My name is Jeff Swimmer, and I've been teaching documentary production here at Dodge College since 2008.
My name is Michael Kowalski. I'm an Associate Dean, Chief Academic Officer at the Dodge College of Film Media Arts, and I basically oversee the curriculum and the faculty.
My name is Sally Rubin, and I'm an Assistant Professor of Documentary Film here at Dodge College.
I really wanted to tell stories visually, and so I ended up getting a job as a writer for NBC News. And then from NBC, from doing news pieces for television, I wanted to do longer format pieces, longer shelf life stories. So I segued into documentary filmmaking from NBC News in the early 1990s.
Well, I think I've always been intrigued by documentaries. I think growing up, I liked the idea that there are all these great stories in reality. And I think that it makes them more powerful. I think when you watch a movie and you know that it's based on true facts, it resonates much more, I think, with an audience, with a viewer.
I've always loved storytelling and consider myself a storyteller. When I learned about the field of documentary film, I knew that I had found the home for me because it combined my passion for activism and social issue work with creativity and storytelling.
Documentaries have a long shelf life when they're well done. They speak to universal issues, timeless issues, and ultimately they're about people.
You know, in the end, I think that film, documentary and fiction film are about communicating something, communicating a story. So I think the more powerful stories are not just entertainment, just a story, but a story that has some kind of a message.
The world needs documentary film because it's such an overwhelming place, and people are happier when we can connect more with others, and documentary film offers people the opportunity to access humans and real-life stories and bring issues from a page to something that feels authentic and real.
It used to be, even when I was coming up at documentaries, it was sort of like the spinach you had to eat before you got the dessert of narrative filmmaking. It was like, let's just, go through with it and get it over with, and then we've done a good thing, but then we can do what we really want to do. But now, entertainment and documentaries are meeting.
A documentary presents a vision of something, and it's usually the vision of the filmmaker. So I think it appeals a lot to my artistic side. On one hand, I want to reveal truths about the world. On another hand, I feel, an artist who wants to reveal those truths within through my own vision of the world.
It's a very small program, and there's a lot of really close personal attention. We stress production right away, and the projects get more and more involved. The fact that it's so small lets us really cater to students' individual experience levels and interest levels. The other thing about our program that we're really proud of is we have a lot of funded programs where students get to make documentaries out in the field and all the expenses are covered.
If a student learns how to make a feature documentary, what they're learning in a certain way is to tell a story in a very long form, and it's very difficult to do. But once you've mastered it, I think you can apply that experience, that knowledge, those storytelling skills to any form of documentary. I don't think the reverse is always true. I don't think if you make a short documentary, you necessarily are going to know how to make a feature documentary. There is something very challenging, very difficult about telling a story over 90 minutes or over 120 minutes, as opposed to telling a story over 30 minutes.
I would say the main selling point of our documentary MFA is the close contact that you have with your professors. Dodge College prides itself on what we call personalized education, giving an intimate, personalized education to every single student who walks through our doors, and the MFA in documentary film is no different. We're
looking for students who have a lot of curiosity. Curiosity is what makes or breaks not only documentary film, but I would argue narrative films too. If the director is interested in his or her subject matter, it doesn't matter what kind of film you're looking at, the film's probably going to fail. So curiosity is number one. Enthusiasm for documentaries is number two. And a passion for learning about characters, learning about people in different unusual situations in their lives, whatever they may be. And so we look at those elements.
The character trait I think is the most important is a sense of curiosity. I think that, a good documentary filmmaker is someone who's curious, someone who's inquisitive, someone who's asking questions all the time about everything. Because that's really what documentary film is all about. It's questioning things. And it's raising questions. I think a good documentary is not a documentary that gives us answers, but that raises questions so that the audience walks out wanting more and kind of thinking about it instead of feeling like, oh, okay, I've got all the answers I need. I don't need to think about it anymore.
We are most excited about students who have some sort of passion and creative vision, students who have something to say, who have real life experience and are looking to harness their experience and knowledge and channel it into storytelling.